This is a special plane used to transport prisoners. Everyone on board has been sentenced to death. Just as the pilot was about to take off on time, he was suddenly stopped by an order. An unidentified man was escorted onto the plane by 2 SWAT officers. He was treated very differently from the other prisoners. His body was covered in heavy chains. They even left him an entire row to himself. As the plane took off, all the prisoners worried about what would happen when they landed. Only that man calmly spat out a tooth wrapped with wire. Using his experience, he picked the lock on his chains and quietly waited for the explosion he already expected. The entire cabin fell into chaos. The prisoners tried to snatch the handcuff keys, but the mysterious prisoner Jason took advantage of the chaos and changed into the unconscious officer's uniform. The pilot set the emergency landing site in a valley. As the plane began to stabilize, some prisoners started attacking the guards. Others chose to run away immediately. Soon after, the town sheriff Frank got the news, so he brought 2 deputies with him to investigate. They saw the wreckage of the crash and chains scattered everywhere. Frank spotted a survivor on the other side.
We got a live one! Ambush.
But before the deputies could help him onto the plane, the prisoners hiding around them rushed in. Luckily, Frank had his gun with him and barely managed to get the survivor onto the plane. After putting the survivor in the ambulance, Frank gathered all the officers to make a plan. Since they still didn't know how many prisoners survived, the only thing they could do was seal off the valley. Meanwhile, the CIA had already received the crash report, and that mysterious prisoner was actually planted there by them because of different chains of command. The SWAT team didn't know who he really was. Only the CIA knew how dangerous Jason really was, and they had to find him before the local sheriff, Frank. Only by catching Jason could they stop things from getting worse. When the survivor on the plane woke up, Frank immediately asked him about what happened. It turned out they were on a secret transfer mission. Every prisoner on board was a serious offender. When the survivor said there had been 52 prisoners on the plane, Frank quickly ended the talk and went back to command. According to the report, 23 prisoners died. 11 were caught trying to escape. That meant at least 18 prisoners were still in the valley. Frank knew if they weren't caught quickly, the nearby residents would be in great danger.